The last stand. Tanya set about destroying the last remaining heroes. Amongst others, her stepbrother Tristan. Once upon a time, long, long ago in... hell, well, you know the rest. The absolute evil had, in the fabulous predecessor to this game, taken over the entire overworld with its creatures. Now it spent its time on debauched parties and... Wait a minute. The entire overworld? No! One small village of indomitable... The last defenders of good were fighting for their survival. This seemed to be the perfect time for Tristan to make his appearance, the last mighty hero of the good races.
My brothers! In your eyes I see the same fear that would lead me to despair. The day may come when the courage of true heroes is extinguished, when we abandon our companions and all bonds of friendship are broken. But that day is still far off. Stand fast, heroes of the West!
And with those familiar-sounding words, Tristan charged into battle to the cheers of his men. The heroes of good had managed to capture some of the evil creatures. Nevertheless, it was more than questionable whether a few minor victories and a brilliant speech could do anything against the absolute evil's armies. A storm of darkness and gloom descended, heralding the arrival of Talia, the absolute evil's general. This entrance not only panicked the defenders of good, but also seemed to strengthen the creatures of evil.
Hey, I'm back! Time to kick a little hero butt. Forward, creatures! Show me what you can do! Punch 'em smack dab in the mouth! Smash 'em in the face! Oh, and just as a precaution, get me my handbook of worn-out third-rate catchphrases. Ha-ha! If my eyes don't deceive me, that's my stupid stepbrother Tristan over there too, just waiting for me to lovingly put his head on a spear. A few pitiful opponents. I'm gonna massacre you. If I can just remember how that works again.
Fortunately, Talia's instincts took over at this point, something which wannabe pro gamers often refer to as auto-attack. Talia also remembered that she had a few skills that she could invoke whenever she felt like it.
Oh, right! Boom! That's how it's done.
Talia's mighty storm once again stood at her disposal. Once again, Talia's fury descended to plunge the land into blackness.
Did someone actually cage my subordinates? Forget that. I'm the only one who's allowed to do that. Time to bust these things open. Pulverize them. Nuke them.
Talia had freed all the creatures. Not to be outdone by her stepbrother, she too gave a brilliant speech.
Speech? Sure. Creatures! Time to punch the do-gooders right in the kisser! Forward! Punch them in the face, kick them in the shins, break their belt buckles so they trip on their pants!
Yes. Very inspiring.
Hasta la vista, hero boy!
Talia had reached the center of battle. With another brilliant speech, she goaded her creatures on one more time.
Another speech? Oh. Ding dong, the hero's dead. That okay?
Honestly, I don't know if I can work with you like this. After Talia's words, the creatures surged forward and flocked to their linguistically under-talented leader, or would like to, but the defenses on the left and right flanks made progress impossible. Talia had to destroy them in order to receive further support. The hero's defense collapsed on the right flank. The monstrous evil's creatures flocked to Talia.
Excellent. I can always use more cannon fodder. I mean, loyal subordinates.
One of your creatures.
Yippee-ki-yay, hero mucker!
The hero's left defensive flank could no longer withstand the breaching evil's creatures. Talia once again summoned her fury.
Hasta la vista, hero boy!
Talia, stepsister! You dare to show your face here after killing our foster father?
Yeah. Is that a trick question? You can see I'm here. Thanos deserved what he got. And I thought to myself, hey, like father, like son.
You will pay for your deeds, sister. The light will protect me. Sister, turn from evil and come back to the side of good. See the power of light.
With these words, Tristan was bathed in a golden light that seemed to protect him. As if that were not troublesome enough, a number of magical portals opened at the same time.
As if this wasn't dragging on way too long already. Can't we just jump straight to the point where I greedily take over the world? Forward, creatures! Smash the portals! Flatten that magic junk! Pull the plug!
My brothers! In your eyes, I see the same fear that would lead me to despair. The day may come when the courage of true heroes is extinguished. When we abandon our companions and all bonds of friendship are broken. But that day is still far off. Stand fast, heroes of the West!
Oh, didn't you spout that same bullshit earlier? In exactly the same words.
No, not at all. I am known for my brilliant speeches, wicked stepsister.
I seem to remember that whenever you were supposed to speak in front of the class, we had to get a mop.
You'll pay for that. Onward, faithful! Destroy the evil!
And another one for the Grim Reaper. Or Grim Reaperess, I'm not picky.
All the magical portals had been destroyed, and with them, Tristan's shield went up in smoke.
That's the way I like it. Now, where were we? Oh, yeah. I was
ざっくりのき15子
stepbrother's butt.
お疲れ様です。
Sister,
1の
it
き
doesn't have to end this way. Join me.
ごもにょも
Together we can still save the world.
2のき
Can't you just die and spare us all the embarrassing melodrama?
3のき
Talia, this isn't the end. We'll meet again.
100のき
めっちゃ名前連呼さ
With
れてる。
these words, Tristan quickly created a portal and threw himself through it with the last of his strength. The portal closed again behind him.
Treachery, fraud, cheater! This was...
Tristan had managed to give Talia the slip, but she had been able to Hammer time! Round 2. The essence of absolute evil held the Horde together and rose to the challenge of vicious dwarven engineering.
Tristan!
今シュレックがいました
The wafting evil had to get rid of that dwarven contraption on the overworld, as it posed a threat to the underground, and with it, the dungeon heart. It was therefore necessary to build a mighty dungeon, or rather, to have one built, because, as a wafting essence, the disembodied evil could not do much itself.
おう。おう。かわいい。これは金脈かな。金脈、そうだね。
これはどんなゲームですの？
これはまあそのこういう落ち火を使ってこのダンジョン、この自分の心臓、ダンジョン部分の心臓を壊されないように自分でこう作戦っていうか立てていくみたいな感じですね。部屋を作っていくみたいなゲームですね。部屋、ダンジョンを、自分だけのダンジョンを作っていくみたいな感じのゲームです。
マイダンジョンか。
そうですね。
何のゲームだそれ。
これは自分だけのダンジョンを作るゲームです。これ剣法になるのかな。あ、なるほど。5×5 じゃなきゃいけないんだ。
引っ越ししたい。
引っ越しするかい。もうちょい待ってくれると助かるけど。そしてこうか。これで金庫でやるのか。
The gold-hungry evil had got a treasury. The meager amount that could be stored in the throne room was simply not even close to enough for a proper gold bath.
めっちゃダラダラしてるけど、めっちゃおもろいんだけど。金庫部屋って 5×5 じゃなきゃいけないんだ。
待ってる？ダンジョン作るってむずそう。
むずいんかな。部屋を作れ。モンスターなし 6×6 以上
経営とか育てるとか作るとか難しそうでしかない。
ねえ、なんかそんな難しくないんだと思うんだけど。いやなんか この金脈がなくなった状態で部屋とかをこのおちびたちに作らせようとすると、こいつら仕事をボイコットしたりとかもするのよ一丁前に勇者に攻められたら死ぬのに、こいつらそういうことするから。
勇者とかいるの？
そう。キウイの移動ルートを作れるように。何どういうこと？このダンジョン守るときに勇者たちが攻めていくんだけど、こんな作業スペースじゃ多分死んじゃうんだよな。部屋作るのが下手くすぎる。こんな掘る必要ないしな。
コロ酔い飲んで待ってる。ボイちゃいる。
セーブ行った方がいいですか？どうや
ボイチャは自由です。
The sheltering evil had built a hideout for the horde's creatures. These could head
ゲムはちゃんと待ってるよ。
a place to rest there. The army-raising evil had recruited its first creature, a bit underwhelming considering that it was sitting on the throne of the gods a short time ago. But fresh starts are never easy.
例えばモンスターでレベル4以上になると上陸兵士の状況。多くはレベル3までしか計算するレベルが上昇。例えばモンスターファクターの研究がレベル3まで。
The evilest evil could use the hand of terror, not only to intervene, but also to lend its little snots the impetus they needed by giving them a spirited slap. The attitude-adjusting evil had struck one of its little snots. Frightened, the creature's the detestable evil had earned some delicious evilness. Excellent things could be done with it, such as exploring new stuff. However, first, a place had to be found where the evilness could be stored. The absolute evil quickly built a vault of evilness. You have unearthed a new area in the dungeon.
Oh, こいつ掘りすぎじゃね？何これ？どういう掘り方したらこうなったん？まあ入り口増やしすぎるのも嫌なんだよな。
How long is this stone thing going to take, lads? Snookums and I weren't planning on dying of old age here.
I sure hope not, because I have a whole different set of plans for just how you lot are gonna die here.
早く掘って。何してるの？ナイス。
The glamorous evil had built a vault of evilness. This allowed it to henceforth store evilness and use it. You...
Oi! No need to sit around being lazy when we could be picking up a little gold while we're here, eh? On you go, lads! Grab the nearest gold vein.
Sooner or later, the greedy dwarves would dig their way into the dungeon. The perfidious evil used a workshop to prepare traps to stop the gold-stealing dwarves in their tracks. Technological progress has almost always been a fine thing. Further research could not only make new units or rooms available, but also increase the maximum number of little snots or creatures. The hard work allowing evil had built a tinkerer's cave. Here, little snots could use the work units to make toolboxes, which were needed for the more extravagant dungeon accoutrements. Ding dong, it's payday. The workforce hoarding evil had increased its maximum little snot limit and now had access to even more of the industrious little creatures.
Oi! Something dug into my little gold mine. Yeah! They had to be stinking orcs, whose skulls are at best used as toilet paper holders in the lavatory. Okay, boys! Tear this joint to the ground!
Dwarves had opened a passage into the dungeon. The little snots immediately executed Order 67, as they had been instructed to do by Talia in such a case, which meant that they ran through the dungeon with their arms flapping wildly. At the same time, they opened the secret trap cache, so that the tricky evil could give the dwarves a very warm welcome.
Oi! Did you little honey buns forget your little baby bottles? Or how did you manage to lose to a bunch of lousy orcs? But we still have some reinforcements here. Reinforcements? Attack!
Obviously, the danger from the dwarves had not yet been neutralized. Luckily, the little snots had made a few traps in their spare time, and they were only too happy to make available to the all-consuming evil. The cunning evil had placed the first traps. This would make it much harder for the greedy dwarves to steal the gold from the treasury or even destroy the dungeon heart itself. Defend the dungeon heart.
Ah, どっから来てんの？どっから来てんの？わけがわからないな。
The little snot's trap glittered and gleamed. Soon, gold-hungry dwarves would be biting their teeth out on it as they unknowingly fast-tracked for a quick demise.
おっ。
Underground. Payday! Creatures are collecting their pay.
お、カブナリさん、
A new area of the dungeon has been discovered.
ロールとはまた違うんだけどね。ダンジョン作ってってゲームだから。壊し方がもうセンスのかけらもねえなこいつら。俺も組み立て下手くそすぎる最初だからなんかあれなの
宅はしたが。
あら、早いね。何やか早いのかね。
One of your creatures has died. I'm sure you're shedding a tear right now as you hire the next 3. Later, you may also be able to resurrect these creatures.
What's one dead creature if it gets one closer to the goal
引っ
of
越ししない。
me? Come on, free me already, you rotten maggots!
どっちから来てるんだ。形10時ぐらいからでいい？スレちゃんお二人となんか少しやろうって言われたから少しやってく
Defend
る
the
わ。
dungeon heart.
さあ困ってあと5分ぐらいで行く。
It's payday.
ちょっと配信終わります。
初見です。